Hey, party people. Hey, how are you? Welcome to the InEarthgie Show. I am your host, Chi Smith. Welcome to another wonderful Tuesday night to where we learn about ourselves, others, and we also take the information and help others learn about themselves. So sit back, relax, grab your pen and paper. Don't forget, and let's get ready to kick off the show. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the InEarthgie Show. I am your host, Chi Smith here. And listen, I am just so elated that you made it here another Tuesday. And listen, in spite of the tropical storms that is happening, some of you may be experiencing a lot of rainfall that's happening, a lot of heavy winds, heavy rain, flooding. Don't let that discourage you. We're actually receiving some here in Texas. So, and you guys know we get a lot that's coming up the Gulf there. So bear with us. If it looks a little distorted, just hang in there with us, okay? Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. If nothing else, the words that are going to be shared on today is still going to be life-changing. So just want to let you guys know, again, thank you for tuning in to the InEarthgie Show. I am your host, Chi Smith. Let's get this party started, guys.
She's sugary, she's spice. She is everything plus nice. Take her one-on-one class, and she provides the best advice. She'll take you down to the trenches, but only to lead a new way, only for the sake of you and your legacy, to establish a new day. Let's give a warm welcome to the chief reprimander and the supreme hugger, Chi Smith.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to the InEarthgie Show. I am your host, Chi Smith. Chi Smith in the building here. I am the CEO and owner of InEarthgie. What is InEarthgie? InEarthgie is a company that provides therapeutic services and solutions for your everyday, every week, every month, every year lifestyle. That's right, guys. It is a lifestyle. And when I tell you that these therapeutic services, these home remedies, these alternative methods are absolutely life-changing, it's just a matter of time before we are absolutely able to bring along our guests to showcase and testify exactly what InEarthgie has done for them. Now, listen, Chi Smith had to go on her own healing journey first, okay? Let's be clear about that. And one day, we will be able to unpack that on the InEarthgie Show. But I do believe, I believe that it is very imperative to understand those who have gone on a healing journey. Listen, those who have had a history of sickness, those who've had a history of long doctor bills, okay? Those of us who have had a full cabinet full of medications and no longer have to take that in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I believe that those are the individuals who are going to help heal others as well, because you got to be a testimony first. We are in a time and age, guys, in this world that people want to see it, right? They want to see it to believe it. They want to see your healing before they jump on the bandwagon, right? They want to see your wealth before they jump on that bandwagon, right? They want to see all these different things before they jump on the bandwagon. Now, it is a challenge to us sometimes, and it's not a benefit that we do have to sit around and wait to see the value of something before we believe it, but we're human and that's just human nature. But nevertheless, as it relates to healing, that is, right? Let's think about it. You didn't read the good book. Many people didn't believe until they saw the miracles. Come on, y'all. Some people had to show up. They traveled abroad on their donkeys and their whole families because they had to see it to believe it. So all I'm saying is, listen, we're going to have the testimonies, but in the meantime, in between time, get your products at InEarthgie.com where you can create your own DIY spa experience and or DIY home therapeutic experience. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm Chi Smith. I am the host of the InEarthgie Show, and I'm just happy to be here with you. You know, I just want to tell you that I love you. You hear me say it a lot, but I really mean it. I really do. And you say, Chi, you don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. It's okay. See, I have understood that when you have something in your heart, it's going to come out. You know, what does it say? What's in you going to come out, right? Also in the good word, it says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So I believe that because I have love in my heart and I harbor love in my heart, you guys are going to experience that. You guys are going to feel that, okay? You're going to feel that every single week when you come onto this show. And it's not just a regular show. It is an opportunity to experience yourself, to take another perspective, if you will, right? We have fun while learning. That is what we say here at the InEarthgie Show. We bring balance to an unbalanced lifestyle, and we have fun while learning. That's why we tell you to go get your pen and paper, okay? Because you might just learn something. Something might just click on tonight, right? That you've never thought of before. A word that you've been hearing all your life, but never understood it to operate in a different capacity. See, it's important that we operate in a spirit to where we can understand that others have different perspectives and love it at the same time. So I appreciate the love that I get from you guys. I love you all. I promise I do, whether I know you or what, okay? I got a exuding in my heart to share with the whole world. I'm telling you, because you know, also what you give out is what you receive. Do you believe that? See, we talk a lot about karma, whether we talk about karma or not, whether we talk about the tables being turned or not. At the end of the day, we talking about word. We keep going back to the word tonight, don't we, y'all? What you sow, that you shall also reap. So if you sowing love seeds, baby, love can't do nothing but come right back to you, okay? If you're smiling at folk, you're going to get a smile right back. And or you may not get a smile from that person. Maybe you get the smile from someone else. Let's just do a quick temperature check, if you will, okay? Where are we today? Check your own self-barometer. Okay? When was the last time you wrote down the degree of yourself? Come on. Yeah, don't y'all take that. Don't y'all take degree of self. Don't you take it. Don't you take it. That's the InEarthgie Show. That's Chi Smith word. Come on, y'all. The degree of self. Where are you today? We're only at Tuesday, but where are you? Where are you in your week already? Where are you in your mind already? Where are you in your heart already? See, I'm not a native from Texas, but when me and my family moved here, it was a saying that people would always say, already. And so when you hear that, it's good. It's all good. When you hear already, come on now. Come on, my Texans. Come on now. Represent tonight. Already. See, when you check your self-barometer, when you check your self-thermometer, is it already? Is it all good? Are you feeling good? Are you thinking good? Are you smelling good? Come on, y'all. We having fun. We having fun tonight. And if you just tuned in, y'all like, what did I just tune into? You just tuned in and turned on the InEarthgie Show. Yes, the InEarthgie Show, where we learn about bringing balance to an unbalanced lifestyle, to where we have fun while learning. And that's right, y'all. We talking about love. We talking about self-assessments, self-evaluations, and we talking about it being all good. Okay, already. Yes. So listen, guys. Tonight, I am going to enjoy this tonight. Tonight, we're talking about 7 steps toward healthy leadership. Now, you say, what, Chi? It's steps to leadership? You better believe it is. Now, let me talk to you a little bit. Let me talk to you for just a little bit. Because, we follow steps to a successful relationship. We follow steps to a successful, friendship, relationships, marriages, all of that above. But how many of us are really honing in on leadership? See, I have to believe that tonight we are speaking to a lot of entrepreneurs, okay? We are speaking to a lot of entrepreneurs. And during this time, we are seeing a lot of businesses, a lot of them surfacing. And that is truly a blessing. But let me talk to those who are business owners. Can I talk to those who are business owners tonight? See, I'm not talking to everybody. Believe that. But catch this and maybe share it with a friend. Everybody want a business, but everybody can't be the CEO. See, tonight we're going to talk about 7 steps towards healthy leadership, also meaning 7 steps of leadership expectations. So as a leader, did you not know that there are expectations of you? See, many of us have worked for different employers. And have you ever worked for an employer to where the leaders, the managers, the team leads, the directors, the VPs, the presidents, the whomever and whomever and whomever did not necessarily exemplify proper leadership? And I know I'm talking to you because guess what? Many of you are entrepreneurs today because some of those so-called leaders did not necessarily exemplify appropriate leadership. Yes. So tonight we're talking about 7 steps. 7 steps. So I hope you have your pen and pad, your pen and paper, okay? Your pencil, whatever you're using, a marker, whatever it is that you're using. Now let's write down the word leader and or leadership. It's pretty simple. I know we all know this answer, but I just gotta say it out loud. The action of leading a group of people or an organization. Now, again, I'm sure I'm talking to a lot of business owners tonight and or soon to be business owners. And so let me just drop some nuggets. Again, this may be information you know, maybe it's information you didn't know, maybe you just need a refresher on tonight. But I honestly believe that when I thought about even my own leadership, did these 7 steps apply? So leadership, what is leadership? It is an action, which means, again, you have to exemplify something. You have to put it in motion. This is something that you act out. It's a verb. So leadership is the leading of a group of people. Now, whether you're leading one person, your business may only just be you. And we're going to talk about that later. You may be just a single sole proprietorship business company. And or you might have one person under your belt, you may have two. Nevertheless, you're putting something in motion. You are leading a group of people, a person, or an organization. So let's put number one. The first step towards a healthy leadership role will be all in. Be all in. See, being a leader and being that entrepreneur, you can't just have 2 toes in and not the other 8. Can't do it. Can't do it. You cannot have 2 toes in and forget about the other 8. You got to be all in. It's all or nothing. You can't be halfway want to have a business and halfway not want to have a business. You cannot halfway want to lead people and halfway not want to lead people. You can't be leading folks from the couch and not get up and exemplify anything and show how it can be done. See, these young people won't want to work, right? They like money. They want to work. And we have a lot of young people who are absolutely starting their own business, and kudos, okay? But then there are some who just say, you know what? I want to understand what this whole working experience is. So they'll work for a particular company. Now, I got kiddos, and I got kiddos who have chosen to work. And so one of the kiddos was having a challenge with one of the leaders, okay? Was having a challenge with one of the leaders. And I said, okay, so what's the challenge? Well, the challenge was that this particular manager, leader, would call to the location because they had cameras in the location and would call and supervise from their home. I mean, maybe that works. I don't know. But when you have a team and this is their first job, I'm not so sure if you should be supervising from a camera and never stepping foot into the location. Whatever. You got to be all in. Be all in. You can't want the big bucks and supervising from the couch. You can't never show up at any of your locations and expect for everything to be in tip-top shape. You got to lay your eyes on the location. Go and see if the parking lot is clean. Make sure that the inventory is well stocked. Supervise them from the couch. You got to be all the way in. You got to know who's running until you can get it on autopilot. You got to ask questions. You got to have those meetings. Do a temperature check on the crew. Okay. Number one, be all in. Be all in. Be all in. Number two, embody self-leadership. Now let's go back to that word leadership. Now we understood that it's an action. Okay? We understand that. Let's part a little bit though. Let's use some other words that could potentially be a synonym of leadership, if you will. Guidance. Guidance. Leadership requires guidance. You know what? Back in the day when we was in grade school, what they say: follow the leader. Whoever was first in front in line guided the rest of the 20-something students. It didn't matter if you was in daycare, pre-K, even up to 5th and 6th grade. You had a leader. And the instructor and teacher would say that Johnny is our leader for today. That meant Johnny had to guide everybody else in the way that Johnny was going. Wow. Okay. Influence. You got to have influence. See, Johnny was happy to be that leader for the day, but Johnny also knew that he had to be on his P's and Q's. Johnny knew that he had to be the example. He had to influence the rest of the students in the classroom if they was going to follow his lead. Influence. We're talking about leadership, y'all. We're talking about 7 steps toward healthy leadership. If you're going to be leading a group of people and or leading an organization, you got to have some influence about yourself. You got to be able to influence, or else no one's going to want to follow your mission and or your objective. What is your level of influence? Do you have the ability to influence others? See, some of us may not be able to influence folks, and where we're going wrong is we just throwing up brick and mortars. You was not the high school favorite. Anyway, keep going, Chi. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Initiative. Can you take upon yourself the initiative to be that leader, to display, exemplify healthy leadership skills? Because a leader doesn't have to always be pumped and primed. Now, I'm not saying you don't have to have a good support system. And please go back and look at our previous episodes from the InEarthgie show, because we talked about how to create a healthy support system. Every leader needs to have a support system. Every leader needs to have a mentor. Every leader needs to be able to lean on someone else that may have a little bit more influence and or experience in their own belt that can help guide the next leader. Leaders do lead leaders. Understand that. But you need a leader to be able to take initiative on their own. See, oftentimes, again, let's go back to if you ever worked for someone before you branched out there, and or you may still be working for an employer, and that is okay. Do not allow anyone to diminish that experience if that is what you are currently doing today. Ain't nothing wrong with working for another employer until you can move around and make other moves. But I'm sure many of us have had an example of you were the one that exemplified skills in your group, in your team. And the manager listened to you. Ooh, they always asking you, what you think? What you think we should do? What do you think the next step should be? If the ball was in your court, how would you handle it? See, you are that leader because even the higher ups is asking you for your thoughts, your opinions, the next step. If you didn't know that you was a leader, that is a clue to let you know that you are a leader. When even your boss is constantly asking you for the results and or the answers. Okay, let's keep moving. Leadership, 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 leadership. You got to be able to guide. Okay, you got to be able to influence. You got to be able to take initiative. And then another word for leadership and or characteristic of leadership is direction. Not only receive direction, but give direction. See, being in a place of leadership, you've got to be able to be confident enough to give direction. Because when you give direction, you're meeting the mission and or the objectives for the company. And again, we're talking to business owners tonight and or soon to be business owners. So you've got to be able to know how to delegate. Now, I'm not saying that you're not the end all be all right now, because I've been there and I'm still there. Okay. Yes. So sometimes you got to be the warehouse person. Sometimes you got to be the CFO. Sometimes you got to be the CTO, the chief technology officer. Yes, you are operating technology. Okay. Yes, you are the marketing director, right? And you still got to be in front of the customers and clients. So I get it. I get it. But as you continue to grow great and healthy leadership, is to be able to direct, give direction. Because as you grow, you're not going to be able to do it all by yourself. So you need to be able to have the ability to delegate. So guys, just to make sure that we are on par with our learning tonight, we're actually still on number 2. So we've the first step is be all in. The second step is embody self-leadership. Now, what we just got finished talking about, those 4 things was the characteristics: guidance, initiative, influence, and direction. Those are characteristics of leadership. And we're going to be bringing up those words along the way. Okay, so don't forget, the characteristics of leadership was guidance, influence, initiative, and direction. But our first step to healthy leadership is be all in. The second step is embody self-leadership. What does that mean? Embody self-leadership. That means you got to represent even in your own self. See, I'm a believer that in order to exemplify healthy leadership skills, you got to be able to know, can you lead? Can you guide? Can you give direction? Can you influence? You got to be able to represent that to the fullest. And sometimes you got to be able to do that before you even get a group of people. You got to be able to embody. It says embody self-leadership. That means you are leading yourself. If you can't lead yourself, then what makes you think that you're going to be able to lead a group of people and or a whole organization? If you don't know how to lead yourself, represent yourself, stand for yourself, and personify yourself in such a way that's healthy, how on earth do you think that you're going to be able to embody leadership, overall leadership skills in a healthy way for a group of people? Y'all with me today? Yeah. Oh, man. This is good tonight, y'all. I'm talking to the business owners tonight. Yes, we talking to the business owners tonight. Ms. Glenda say, being a leader provides structure so everyone knows what to do. That's right. Structure, organization. Oh my goodness, that's so good. That falls even into the number 2, Ms. Glenda. When you can embody self-leadership, I often wonder how many of us are an organized individual. If I came to your house, if I came to your crib, if I looked in your car, come on. See, you got to prove it to you first. You got to be the best when nobody sees it. Oftentimes, we're not our best behind closed doors, and then we personify our best outside. No. You got to prove it to self. You got to prove it to self. It says number 2, embody self-leadership. Embody it, represent that. That means you got to represent it when you're at the house and when you outside the house. All right, let's keep going. Number three. Live faithfully. And I'm going to add to that by saying, live faithfully to the mission. So as a leader, and how you can create and exemplify healthy leadership is staying faithful to the mission. What is your organization being sought out to be? When people hear your name, what should they equate it to? Is it confusing? Is it plain? Is it black and white? Can a kindergartner get it? And are you constantly driving that message? Constantly driving that objective? Constantly driving that mission? You got to be faithful to it. See, we were talking about InEarthgie, and InEarthgie, with it being able to provide therapeutic services and solutions, I got to represent, I got to exemplify, I got to live faithfully in a way that my lifestyle is alternative options, natural remedies, holistic practices. I have to live that thing faithfully because that's in my mission. That is in our mission. That is our objective, is to help others create that type of lifestyle if they so desire, and or incorporate it at their own will. Therapeutic services and solutions. I have to be therapeutic to myself first. And I have to live it so that I am living it faithfully. So even if no one probably even knew what InEarthgie was, they could at least see my lifestyle and see that I am committed to the mission of the company. Are y'all getting it? Is this making sense, y'all? It's making sense? Yeah. All right. Okay, number four. Cultivate healthy habits. Ooh. Cultivate healthy habits. See, as a leader, your energy got to be right. Okay. Your energy got to be right. Your spirit got to be right. You got to cultivate healthy habits. Healthy. We're talking about healthy leadership. You got to cultivate healthy habits. You got to constantly do some self-evaluations. You got to constantly make sure your message is getting out there in a positive way. You got to make sure that you are creating relationships with individuals that is going to be long lasting. You got to make sure that you are networking in a way that you will be remembered. Okay? This is your business. This is your brand. Healthy habits. When people see you when you going grocery shopping, can they see you in the same light as they did when you were at that pop-up shop? When they see you pumping gas at the gas station, will they see you the same there just as much as they did when you was at the schoolhouse with the kids with the event? When people see you just riding down the street, will they be able to recognize you, and will you be able to exemplify the way you were in that business networking event? So we have to, Listen, I'm not saying you got to be on all the time because we're human and we have challenging days. 1000%. 1000%. But I will say that there should be so much similarities from when you are on and when you may be off, that it is constantly creating healthy habits so that people continue to choose your brand, to choose your company, to choose your organization. Another nugget I will add under cultivating healthy habits is whenever you are in a position to speak about your brand, your company, do so. They say the days of business cards are gone away. I don't know, because I just gave away quite a few and it's working. So just pick and choose how you want to do that. You know, you may not have the time to whip out that phone real quick. You may be on an elevator. You did a quick elevator pitch. You just met somebody on the 2 floors up from you. You never met them before, but maybe they like your logo. Maybe they like your scent that you're wearing, and they found out that you were the creator of that scent. And they want to, follow you real quick. You may just have to whip out that card real quick. You just may have to. You may not have time to log in real quick and search for somebody, and or they may have forgotten the name that you've given them by the time you get off the elevator. Okay, so as you're cultivating healthy habits, be prepared for a pitch, and maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll have an opportunity to where we're doing different sales pitches so that you're always selling yourself. You're always networking. You're always meeting somebody new. You're always trying to collaborate. Now, definitely know your capacity if you can do that. But there are a lot of us who have that capability that whenever, hey, wear your t-shirt every day. If you're going to go out, wear the shirt. At least give people a reason to say, what's that you wearing? What logo is that? What brand is that? What company is that? And you can gladly say, oh, this me. This me. All right, y'all. That was number 4, cultivate healthy habits. Number 5, passionately pursue unity. Passionately pursue unity. How many of us have been with employers where they were just so worried about the bottom line, they were not concerned about the unity amongst the crew, amongst the team, amongst the employees that they had? Passionately pursue unity. That is a step in being a healthy leader. Passionately pursuing unity. You got to always have the thought of, I'm trying to unify. I am trying to unify, and I'm going to unify. You got to constantly be building. You got to constantly want to build. Unity, bringing people together from all facets of life, but for the one mission, which is your company, your brand, your organization. Passionately pursue unity. As your brand is growing, make sure people know each other. Make sure they have a Zoom meeting set up. Make sure they get a phone call in. Passionately pursue. Ask someone in your network, hey, did you call such and such? I know we was on a meeting last and you said this and they said that. Now, I know what you're going to say. Gee, they grown. They grown folks. If they want to connect, they'll connect. But you were the glue that brought them to the first place. You might just have to do 1 or 2 reminders. But if you were initially the glue that brought them together, Why not do a temperature check and say, hey, did y'all connect? Don't forget to connect. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Passionately pursue unity. All right. That was number 5, y'all. We're going to take a quick commercial break and come back with the last 2.
InEarthgie therapy, you may ask? Well, InEarthgie therapy is a place of comfort and no judgment zone. What are the benefits of experiencing InEarthgie therapy? Well, here, one will receive an increasing amount of individual self-awareness, encouragement, self-love, identifying boundaries, enhancing communication skills, and improving the use of healthy coping mechanisms. Who is InEarthgie for? InEarthgie is for anyone looking for alternative methods toward a healthier lifestyle. InEarthgie has a strong community focus on those who fall into the autoimmune deficiency and disease community. Why, you may ask? Great question. Like many in this community, InEarthgie too is a member of this community. And what better way than to identify with someone who has learned to manage sustainability while too assisting others. So, for a limited time, InEarthgie is waiving the first time consulting fee, and guess what? Your first class for free. Yes, guys, it's free. So in essence, you will receive 5 sessions for the price of 3. That's a pretty doggone good deal. Now again, for a limited time, InEarthgie is waiving the first timer consulting fee and your first class for free. All individual appointments are offered in person and or virtually, so sign up today at www.inearthgie.com. That's www.inearthgie.com. Go to the services tab and click on InEarthgie COVID-19 Well Now.
Hey guys, welcome back to the InEarthgie Show. I am your host, Chi Smith. And listen, guys, at the beginning, I shared that we have, of course, this tropical storm that's happening in the southern region of the country. And so because of where I reside, we have been having a lot of networking challenges. So I do apologize for any distortion of tonight's show. However, hopefully you were able to successfully hear my voice and hear the wonderful words of the 7 steps toward healthy leaderships for tonight. Okay, so let's keep going, guys. I have been able to put into the chat there what we have covered thus far regarding creating healthy leadership skills. So the 7 steps toward healthy leadership. And so we've covered be all in. That was number 1. Be all in. Number 2, embody self-leadership. Embody it, represent it, stand for it, okay? Personify leadership. Number 3, live faithfully to the mission. Live it, live faithfully to the mission. Number 4, cultivate healthy habits. Cultivate healthy habits. And number 5, passionately pursue unity as it relates to your business, your company, your organization. Okay. It doesn't matter if you are a for-profit, a nonprofit. We are talking to business owners on tonight, guys, right? I am speaking to current business owners. I am speaking to future business owners. And listen, we've all worked for someone at some point in life and or still doing it today. And that's okay. Okay. Go get your bread, get your money up. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't let nobody say to you that working for somebody is an issue. Until you can work the plan, get her done. Okay. As we say down here in the South, get her done. All right, guys. So number six, be driven. Be driven. Guys, we already discussed that one of the characteristics as a leader is guidance, influence, right? Influence, direction, initiative. These are all self-driven and a leader-driven word. So you got to be driven. And may I add to that, be driven by God's Spirit. Yeah. See, you got to be driven by the one that gave you the drive. Did y'all catch that? You got to be driven by the one that gave you the drive. You got to give mad props to your creator. Had it not been for the creator, you wouldn't even have your drive. So you got to be driven in that spirit. We talked about being in a good spirit. You got to exemplify positive energy. Okay. We talked about that earlier in the show. You got to be driven by that positive energy. You got to know that it is because of your divine creator. It is because of God that you have the business, that you even had the thought to come up with such creation to create a business to serve the people. So be driven by that. That's your passion. That's your drive. It was given to you. See, as a leader, you got to know what's driving you, and you got to know that what's driving you was meant for you to give. Oftentimes, sometimes leaders, they don't really have that drive. They're being driven by something else. And I used to hear back in corporate America, people would say they really didn't have the drive, but they were what we call coin operated. Come on. And some leaders today are still coin operated. What does that mean? That means you don't really care about the customers. You don't really care about the clients. You don't even really care about the company. But because of this, that's what drives you. So you have to find you got to find your drive from the source. Because let's be honest, even as business owners, we don't always feel like leading today. But when we tap into the source in which gave us this passion, this dream, that right there will give you the energy like never before. And you can do what my grandmother used to say, go another further. Big props to Willie Mae. Yes. If you know Willie Mae, you know. Okay. When you tap into the source, you find that drive. So number 6, be driven by God's Spirit. Be driven by the source spirit. Be driven by your creator spirit. Because God gave it to you in the first place. God gave you that dream. God gave you that position. God gave you that drive. You know, I tell my babies, mama can run circles around you. Don't you let your mama run circles around you now. You know, we a little competitive here in the house. So sometimes we get into different conversations, and so I have to let them know. Don't let me run circles around you now. But that's because of the drive. I am driven to offer therapeutic services and solutions because I care about people. I care about their health. I care about their overall well-being. I care about bringing balance to an unbalanced lifestyle. I care about providing the right knowledge, clarity, and wisdom for them to become their whole self. So, baby, even if I have done so much from 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., and here it is 11 p.m., if I can knock out another hour doing something productive, I will do it and still get up before them babies get up. Listen, I know you can identify because when we was growing up, trying to figure out how is it that they woke up before us, the elders woke up before us, and then they went to bed after us. And then woke up again the next day before the kids. I get it. I get it now. Oh boy, do I get it. Come on now, Miss Glenda. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's right. That's right. That's right. 6, y'all, be driven. Be driven by God's spirit. Be driven by God's energy. Okay? Yes. And then number 7, guys, is develop discipline. Develop discipline. Yeah. And while you're developing discipline, develop disciples. See, as you are becoming that great leader, as you are inputting these 7 steps into your daily lifestyle as a daily reminder, you will be reminded that even you have been taxed with a group of individuals. See, you're not just in a position to lead them, to guide them, to influence them, to initiate them, to provide direction, but you ultimately may be that very thing that takes them to the next level. How many of you are maybe even where you are because of your mentor, because of your previous employer, manager, director, CEO? See, you have to understand that as you are leading, even those who you are leading will soon be a leader. So you have to put these 7 steps into play. You have to exemplify healthy leadership skills because you are leading the next leader. See, Johnny, who was that line leader today, if he did such a great job today, Suzanne is going to want to be the leader tomorrow. That's what it is. That's what it is. You, as the business owner, you as the future business owner, you as the CEO, the founder, the co-founder of your nonprofit, your for-profit, whatever industry in which you are operating in, you are in a position to be a leader and you are leading other leaders. Oftentimes, we have been in situations to where the leader does not want anyone else to lead but them. And yet they are not exemplifying healthy leadership skills. See, not only are you developing discipline for yourself, because remember, number 2 was embody self-leadership. So at some point, you got to know how to guide yourself when you're getting out of whack. Sometimes you got to influence yourself when you don't feel like being influenced. Sometimes you got to direct yourself because leadership, one of the qualities we just talked about in the show earlier, was direction. So you got to embody all those characteristics. Now, we know that every day is not going to be a perfect day, but that's why you got to go back and press the replay, okay? Look at all these rhyme words. Look, but for real, we just got finished talking about taking your own temperature. checking your own self thermometer. See, as you are constantly developing discipline, you become that healthy leader because you can check yourself and nobody else. What Sheree say? Who gonna check me, boo? Anyway. Develop discipline, and as you are developing discipline, you are developing disciples. Don't that feel good to you? To know that as a business owner and a future business owner, you are going to lead the next generation of leaders because you did these 7 things. You was all in. You embodied self-leadership. You lived faithfully to the mission. You cultivated healthy habits. You passionately pursued unity. You were driven by God's spirit. And because of that, you created such a development of discipline that before you knew it, you had people looking up to you, asking you to be their mentor. Because overall, and in the end, you were developing and creating disciples. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. We came in peace. We leave you in peace. We love you with all of our heart. Please like and share. Share what you got on tonight. Put it in the post. Even after the broadcast is over, please share what you got out of tonight. Okay? Let us know. We're here every Tuesday night, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, every Tuesday night. Facebook, BBC TV. We're also streaming on YouTube channel InEarthgie Therapy. Okay? Guys, thank you so much for your time and your dedication tonight. We love you. We appreciate you. Is our prayer. Be blessed.
Everything plus nice. Take her one-on-one class and she provides the best advice. She'll take you down to the trenches, but only to lead a new way, only for the sake of you and your legacy, to establish a new day. Let's give a warm welcome to the Chief Reprimand and the Supreme Hug.